chosen one, if you're seeing this right now, this is not by accident. This is a divine appointment, because between July 22nd and 23rd, something supernatural is about to happen. A spiritual portal is opening, and only the chosen will feel it. You've been restless, emotional, questioning everything. That's not confusion. That's God preparing your soul for activation. If you've been asking, why have I gone through so much? Why do I feel so different? When will it finally be my time? This is your answer. You're not cursed. You're called. You're not lost. You're being aligned. And this divine activation between July 22nd to 23rd is going to shift everything. Your energy, your purpose, your future, but only if you're ready to receive it. Don't scroll. Don't dismiss this. You were led here for a reason. Watch this video to the end. It could be the most important 10 minutes of your life. And if this resonates already, drop a comment right now. I received this divine activation. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because this is just the beginning of a powerful spiritual shift. Let's unlock it together. Part 1. The calling. You were chosen before you were born. From the moment you entered this world, something about you has always felt different. Maybe you never quite fit in. Maybe you were the one who noticed everything, felt everything, and questioned things others blindly accepted. That's not by accident, that's by design. Jeremiah 1:5 says, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. I appointed you as a prophet to the nations." That verse isn't just ancient scripture, it's a spiritual code, and it applies directly to you. You were never meant to blend in, you were born to stand out. You were never meant to follow, you were designed to lead. The pain you've endured, the betrayals, the sleepless nights, the moments you thought you wouldn't make it, they weren't punishment, they were preparation. Because only the chosen are tested this deeply, only the anointed are attacked this hard. Why? Because the enemy doesn't waste energy on people with no purpose. Because you carry a spiritual frequency that disturbs darkness, because your very presence threatens strongholds that others can't even see. And now, as we approach July 22nd to 23rd, the shift you've felt in your spirit is not just emotional, it's prophetic. This is more than a date on the calendar. It's a divine activation point. It's when heaven begins to release what has been withheld, but only for those who are spiritually awake enough to recognize the moment. You may have been wandering, doubting, or exhausted, but the truth is, you've always been marked. Marked to break chains, marked to restore your bloodline, marked to rise when others fall. So if your soul has felt unsettled lately, it's not anxiety, it's alignment. The Lord is stirring your spirit because your time is near. He is not calling the comfortable, He is activating the called, and that includes you. Part 2. The portal is opening. What July 22 to 23 really means, let's be absolutely clear, July 22 to 23 is not just another moment in time. These dates are spiritually charged, they are divinely orchestrated, they are marked by heaven. A spiritual portal is opening, not in a symbolic sense, but in a very real, energetic, and divine sense. In biblical and prophetic tradition, there are windows called kairos moments, divine intersections when God's timing meets your readiness. July 22nd to 23rd is one of those moments. It's a window of activation, a portal through which heavenly energy floods the earth, igniting breakthroughs, healing timelines, and awakening destinies. And if you are sensitive in the spirit, you can already feel it. Something feels different, right? You might feel more emotional. You might be waking up at strange hours. You might sense something powerful approaching. But you can't quite explain it. That's not random. That's the frequency of the portal. And it's tuning your spirit to God's divine plan. Here's what you can expect to unfold during this sacred time. 1. Revelation. Prepare for downloads from heaven. You may receive sudden clarity, powerful dreams, visions, angel numbers, symbols, or even words from strangers that feel like direct messages from God. The Lord is revealing truth, not just about the world, but about your calling. This is the moment when your next step becomes clear. 2. Release. Emotional and spiritual baggage will begin to fall off. That heavy weight you've been carrying, the fear, the shame, the confusion, it begins to lift. You'll feel lighter, more present, more whole, like a burden you didn't even know you were holding has been broken off your soul. This is the supernatural detox, and it's setting you free for what's next. 3. Realignment. Don't be surprised if certain people, habits, or situations begin to fall away. God is realigning your life with His higher purpose. That means some relationships may end. Some opportunities may close, not because you're losing but because you're being redirected to something better. When this portal opens, everything that is out of order gets exposed, not to harm you, but to heal you. But make no mistake, the enemy knows this portal is opening too, and he will do everything in his power to distract you, delay you, or disconnect you from this moment. You may feel sudden chaos, fatigue, conflict, or confusion. That's spiritual warfare. That's how you know you're close to breakthrough. This is not the time to fall back into old patterns. This is not the time to numb yourself with mindless scrolling, toxic conversations, or temporary pleasures. This is the time to armor up through prayer, fasting, solitude, worship, and divine focus. Because once this portal opens, nothing in your life will remain the same. You are walking into a higher version of yourself, the one God always intended you to be. Don't miss it. Part 3. 5 signs you're being divinely activated. You didn't stumble across this message by coincidence. There are no accidents in the divine realm, only alignment. If you've been feeling off, unusually emotional, or spiritually shaken lately, it's not something to fear. It's a sign you're being divinely activated. As July 22nd to 23rd approaches, God is waking up the sleeping giants, the hidden healers, the underdogs with destiny written on their hearts. Here are 5 undeniable signs that your divine activation is already underway. Sign 1. You feel an unexplainable shift in energy. 1 minute you're calm, the next you're overwhelmed. Or maybe you've felt strangely at peace, even in the middle of chaos. This isn't emotional instability. It's spiritual recalibration. Your soul is syncing with heaven's frequency. You're picking up signals that others can't. You're becoming sensitive to energy, truth, and vibration. That's a powerful gift and a clear sign of awakening. Sign 2. You're experiencing sudden endings. Friendships ending, doors closing, old routines becoming unbearable. Don't panic. This isn't destruction, it's divine redirection. God is pruning your path, not to punish you, but to prepare you. He's removing what no longer aligns with your next chapter, so you can rise without weight. What looks like loss is actually liberation. Sign 3. You're seeing repeating numbers or symbols. You keep noticing 1111, 333, or 777. Maybe feathers appear on your path, butterflies follow you, or you dream of light, fire, or flying. These are angelic messages and spiritual confirmations. You're being told you are seen, you are aligned. Keep going. Sign 4. You're feeling a pull toward purpose. Something inside you is no longer satisfied with surviving. You're asking questions like, what am I really here for? What legacy will I leave behind? That internal stirring is God awakening your divine assignment. You weren't born just to exist. You were born to transform. Sign 5. You're being spiritually attacked. Right before breakthrough, expect resistance. Maybe you're dealing with strange fatigue, conflict, tech glitches, anxiety, or doubt. This is spiritual warfare. The enemy always targets what threatens him. But here's your promise. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Isaiah 54:17. You're not breaking down, you're breaking through. So if you're feeling any of these signs, congratulations. Heaven has chosen you. Now it's time to prepare. Your divine activation isn't coming, it's already begun. Part 4. What you must do to activate the blessing. 450 words. If even one of those signs from earlier stirred something inside of you, then this message is for you. You're not imagining the shift, you're not overthinking, you're being called higher. But now comes the most important part. You must take spiritual action. This window between July 22nd and 23rd is sacred. What you do in this divine moment determines what unfolds in your next season. Don't let this portal pass you by. Here's how to activate the blessing. 1. Pray intentionally. This isn't the time for casual or vague prayers. This is the time to go boldly before God's throne. Pray like someone who knows heaven is listening. Ask for clarity on your purpose. Ask for strength to release what's no longer for you. Ask God to reveal your next assignment. You have not because you ask not. James 4:2. So ask with boldness, be specific, be expectant. 2. Fast from negative energy. Fasting doesn't just mean food, it means detaching from what pollutes your spirit. For at least 24 hours, disconnect from gossip, doubt, toxic conversations, social media comparison, self-criticism. This portal demands purity, focus, and stillness. Make room for divine downloads by clearing the noise. 3. Write your declaration. There is power in writing. What you declare in faith, God will honor. Write this in your journal or on a piece of paper. I am ready, I receive. I align with God's divine timing. Place it by your bed. Read it aloud in the morning and before sleep from July 22nd to 23rd. Let your words align with your spirit. That's how energy shifts. 4. Speak life. Daily, your words carry creative power. Speak this out loud. No more delay, no more fear. My time is now. I receive everything that's meant for me in full faith. Don't just think it. Speak it until you believe it. 5. Sow a spiritual seed. Every breakthrough requires movement. Sow into someone's life, your time, your encouragement, your wisdom, your resources. Even a small act of love plants a supernatural seed. When you give freely, God opens divine doors. Remember this truth. Faith without action is dead. This isn't just a time to hope. It's a time to prepare boldly, because when heaven opens a portal, only those ready will receive the blessing. Part 5. What happens after July 23rd? The unfolding. So what happens after the portal closes? If you've positioned yourself with faith, obedience, and spiritual alignment, you'll begin to witness the unfolding of God's promises in real time. You won't have to chase, you won't have to beg, you won't have to force, because divine alignment creates supernatural acceleration. Here's what you can expect in the days and weeks that follow. July 23rd, divine connections will appear. Suddenly you'll meet the right people at the right time. Mentors, partners, supporters, people who carry keys to unlock your purpose. These aren't coincidences, they are divine appointments. Opportunities will accelerate doors you've knocked on for months, maybe even years. Will swing open with ease, emails answered, resources released, ideas blessed, because when God says it's time, no man can delay your destiny. Old cycles will collapse. Patterns that used to trap you, fear, doubt, addiction, toxic relationships, will start to lose their power over you. What once held you down will now feel foreign. That's because your spirit has shifted, and your past no longer fits your future. Spiritual discernment will sharpen. You'll begin to feel truth before it's spoken. You'll sense deception before it shows its face. God is giving you clear vision for the path ahead, so you don't waste time, energy, or purpose. But with every blessing comes responsibility. God isn't blessing you just to make life easier. He's blessing you so you can lead where others are lost. heal what others have ignored, and build what others are afraid to dream. You are not just called, you are chosen. You are marked. You are anointed. And once this activation begins, your light will disturb the darkness. Yes, there may be spiritual resistance, but don't fear it. You are equipped. You are covered. You are unstoppable. The same God who activated you is the same God who will protect you, sustain you, and launch you into your next season. This is not just a moment, it's a divine unfolding, and it's just getting started. Chosen one. If you've made it to the end of this message, then know this. You are not here by accident. You've been set apart. You've been through the storms. You've walked through fire that should have taken you out, but it didn't. Why? Because you carry something eternal. Because you were born with a divine assignment that this world cannot erase. And now the time has come. July 22nd to 23rd is your spiritual activation point. It's the moment the heavens open, the veil lifts, and your destiny begins to unfold in ways you never imagined. But you must say yes. You must align your spirit, quiet the noise, and lean in. Because God is not looking for perfection, He's looking for readiness. He's looking for faith that moves, prays, declares, and believes. So if this message stirred something deep inside you, drop a comment below that says, I receive this divine activation. Let it be your spiritual agreement. Let it be your public yes. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel, because we are entering a season of miracles, revelation, and restoration. And you don't want to miss what's coming next. Share this with someone you love, someone you know has been wrestling in the spirit, and remind them their time is coming too. Remember, you're not behind. You're not too late. You're right on time. This is your moment. This is your divine activation. Walk boldly into it